Hi guys, it's Darlene from Heartfelt Crochets. Welcome. And I am redoing this week's Stitch of the Week. I posted a Stitch of the Week yesterday for the moss stitch, and it was the incorrect stitch. That was not the moss stitch, and I do apologize. I do want to give you a heads up on this book. Let me share real quick. This is the Crochet Stitch Dictionary by Sarah Hazel, and I got this on Amazon. And I was using this book, just flipping through and just kind of grabbing a stitch of the week, and then I'd give a tutorial on it, and I wouldn't cross-reference YouTube or Google or anything to make sure that it was the correct stitch for the name of the stitch. And I apologize. I am going to no longer refer to this book. Here on page 46 it says the moss stitch, and then down here it has the instructions. I went ahead and I crocheted my swatch, and I did a tutorial on this for the Stitch of the Week. And thank God one of my viewers noticed that that was not the moss stitch. And I did a tutorial a year ago on a stitch that's called the linen stitch. Beautiful stitch. That is also known as the moss stitch. They're one and the same. So this is the moss stitch that I had put on the tutorial yesterday, and that is incorrect. I looked this up. I cannot for the life of me find out the name of this stitch. I did find one tutorial that said a unique stitch, but it didn't have a name. It is a unique stitch. It is beautiful. This is the moss stitch. This is a swatch that I had crocheted last year for the beautiful, very clean, crisp looking linen stitch. Okay, one and the same. Linen stitch, moss stitch. And I'm going to show you how to crochet that today. I am using a 5mm hook. I am going to start with an even number of chains. So I am going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. No, you know what? Let's go 16. 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay? Now we're going to count to the 4th chain from the hook. So not counting this loop that's on the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this 4th chain, we are going to crochet a single crochet. And we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip the next chain, and we're going to single crochet in the next chain. And we're going to chain 1. Skip the next chain, single crochet in the next chain, and chain 1. And you're going to repeat that for the whole length of the chain, skipping 1, single crocheting in the next, and making sure you chain 1 in between. So I just placed the last single crochet in this last chain, and now we are chaining 2, and we're going to turn our work. Okay, so this is our very first single crochet right here. We're going to skip that, and we are going to go into this chain 1 space, and we're going to single crochet and chain 1. We are going to skip this single crochet and go into this chain 1 space, single crochet, and chain 1. Again, skip this single crochet, go into the chain 1 space, single crochet, and chain 1. And that's all you're going to do for this row is single crochet, chain 1 in all of the chain 1 spaces. Once you get to the end of this row, here is the last single crochet. This is where we initially had gone into the 4th chain from the hook, so we are going to go into that space and single crochet. and we're going to chain 2 and turn. We're going to repeat, skipping this first single crochet, going into this chain 1 space and single crochet, chain 1. In the chain 1 space, single crochet and chain 1. Again, skip the single crochet, go into the chain 1 space, single crochet and chain 1, and you're going to repeat that all the way down this row. Just single crochet and chain 1 in the chain 1 spaces. Okay, so now we're back down to the last single crochet of the last row, and then we have that chain 2 where we had chain 2 and turned. So we want to make sure that we get into that space and single crochet and chain 2. The most simplest pattern that I think that you could ever crochet. Whoop! Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.